Hello everyone, welcome to the Marine Wales. In today's video we will learn about all the machineries which are placed on engine room deck 1. So this is the general layout of all the decks on a ship, and these are all the machineries which are provided on engine room deck 1. So the first machinery that we come across after coming into the engine room is STP, that is sewage treatment plant. So sewage treatment plant is a machine which is used to decompose the raw sewage of human beings on board ship, and this decomposed sewage is then being discharged into the sea. It mainly consists of three chambers, that is primary chamber, aeration chamber and a settling tank. In primary chamber, this raw sewage is being cutted into small parts which is then taken into the aeration chamber. In aeration chamber, air blowers are used to supply fresh air to this raw sewage so that aerobic bacteria can form, and this aerobic bacteria can decompose this raw sewage. This decomposed raw sewage is then transferred to the settling tank. In settling tank, undecomposed raw sewage settles down at the bottom, and only the liquid is allowed to pass to the next stage, that is chlorination chamber, where the chlorine is added to the water and this water is then discharged overboard. This is the actual photograph of a sewage treatment plant, as you can see from the ship. So the next machinery is fresh water expansion tank. It is just a tank. This tank serves three basic purposes. It supplies jacket cooling water for the main engine and also cooling water for some other machineries. Chemical dosing is also done in this tank. The capacity of this tank is around 1.5 to 2 tons. This is the actual photograph of a freshwater expansion tank. One level gauge is provided here to check the level of water inside this tank. So the next tank is main engine lube oil storage tank and main engine lube oil settling tank. As you can see, steam coil is provided in this main engine lube oil settling tank. So the main engine lube oil settling tank is first taken into this tank. The lube oil for main engine is first taken into the main engine lube oil settling tank, where it is heated so that heavy phase can be settled down at the bottom and only the pure liquid flows at the top. And this pure liquid is then taken into the lube oil storage tank. Here you can see main engine lube oil storage tank, and from here this oil is taken for the lubrication purposes in the main engine. As you can see, it is a photograph of a main engine settling tank. Heating coil is provided here. Heavy phase is settled down at the bottom and light phase oil is floating at the top. A drain valve is provided for the discharge of this heavy phase at the bottom. Next tank is main engine lube oil storage tank. There are two main engine lube oil storage cylinder lube oil storage tank is provided, one at the top and one at the bottom. These contains two different grades of oil. One contains the TBN 50, that is total base number 50 oil, and the other contains total base number 70 oil. According to the fuel oil that we are using in the main engine, we differentiate between the cylinder lube oil that we are using in the main engine. If we are using the fuel oil, low sulfur fuel oil, then we are using TBN 50 cylinder lube oil, and if we are using heavy sulfur fuel oil, then we are using TBN 70 lube oil for the cylinder. It is a non-consumable oil. So next machinery is deck air compressor. It is not generally provided on container ships, on oil and oil tankers. It is generally provided on ULCC, that is ultra large crude carriers, to provide compressed air for pneumatic drills and all those. So deck air compressor is provided. It is provided on deck itself. Main air bottle. There are two main air bottles are provided, as you can see here, numbered as 1 and 2. Air is kept inside these main air bottles at the pressure of about 30 to 35 bar. This air is first compressed in the main air compressor, and then taken into this main air bottle. So the main function of this air bottle is to supply starting air for the main engine, which is at the pressure of 30 bar, and also it supplies control air and service air at the pressure of 7 bar for different purposes on board ship. As you can see, this is a photograph of air bottles, main air bottles provided on a ship. So the next machinery is auxiliary boiler. It is generally a combination of economizer and composite boiler. So it also converts water into steam by using exhaust gases from the main engine, and it also converts water into the steam by firing oil inside the combustion chamber. If the main engine is running, then we are running this auxiliary boiler on the economizer mode, and if the main engine is not running, then we are running this auxiliary boiler on oil fired mode. So here all this written here. The next machinery is calorifier. Calorifier is nothing but a heater it is just a tank where the fresh water is heated and then it is supplied to the accommodation for various purposes. It is heated up to the temperature of 65 degrees Celsius in calorifier. Then comes the hot water circulating pump. Here the purpose of this hot water circulating pump is to take this water from calorifier and then supply it to the accommodation and then back again to the calorifier. So that is the only function of this hot water circulating pump, and it is kept running for 24 hours. The next is waste oil service tank. It is a tank where all the oily waste is collected from the sludge tank, oily bilge tank and various oil drain tank. From here it is taken to the incinerator. So let us learn what is incinerator. As you can see, here is the incinerator. Incinerator is a machine which is used to burn most of the materials on board ships, like service oil, like waste oil, sludge oil and all the oily rags, all these things like galley cooking oil. All these things are being burnt in an incinerator. Plastics cannot be burned here, aerosol cans cannot be burned here, and there are many materials which should not be burned here according to MARPOL. So the combustion chamber temperature of incinerator is around 600 to 700 degrees Celsius. As you can see, this is the actual photograph of an incinerator on board ship. Next is stern tube lube oil gravity tank high. So our next is electrical workshop and electrical store. So these are the photographs of electrical workshop and electrical stores. Electrical workshop generally contains of all the lathe machines and all the welding equipments where you can do welding and all the cutting and all those things for the various machineries on board ship. And storeroom contains all the store parts like lights, lamps and all the basic parts for all the machineries on board ship, gaskets, all those. So the next machinery is stern tube lube oil gravity tank. It is a high gravity tank. So the purpose of stern tube lube oil high gravity tank is to provide lube oil at a high pressure for the stern tube so that outside water cannot come into the ship. When the draft of the ship is more, then the pressure of outside water acting on the stern tube is more. At that time we have to supply more pressure from the inside. At that time, so we take lube oil from stern tube high gravity tank, and if the draft is less, we take the supply from stern tube low gravity tank, which is placed on engine room deck 2. So that is the basic purpose of stern tube lube oil high gravity tank. It has the capacity of around 500 to 700 liters. As you can see, stern tube is provided here, and this is the stern tube lube oil high gravity tank. The oil is coming from here and is providing sealing at the stern tube so that the outside water cannot come here. This is the outside sea water, as you can see here. So the next machinery is main boiler and boiler control panel. So the only purpose of main boiler is to convert water into the steam. Feed water is transferred into the main boiler, and then this feed water is being converted into the steam. There are generally two types of main boiler, that is water tube boiler and steam tube boiler. If the pressure requirements are high, then water tube boiler is used. If the pressure requirements are less, then steam tube boiler is used. This is a photograph of a boiler. Boiler contains of a combustion chamber where oil is burnt, and because of the hot flue gases, the water flowing from these tubes is being converted into the steam. This is a boiler control panel. It contains of all the ammeters, voltmeters and all the signals, all the visual alarms for the boiler. Next is engine spare parts storeroom and engine room workshop. Inert gas platform. Inert gas platform is provided here. So the purpose of inert gas is provided in the oil in the cargo oil spaces. So the top of the cargo oil, that is almost 5% of the space and 5% of the ullage of the cargo spaces is being filled by inert gas. So there are no chances of vapors forming of the cargo oil. So there are no chances of the combustion also. The percentage of the oxygen in this inert gas is 4.5%, and this inert gas is can be generally generated from two devices, that is exhaust gases from boiler and one is other from inert gas generator. We will learn about inert gas in detail in our later videos. Then comes our pump panel. Diesel generator control panel and pump panel. So the pump panel contains of all the emitters, all the voltmeters and all the alarms related to the pumps, showing all the working conditions of the pump, that the pump is running or not. So all these things are generally displayed here on pump panel. Then comes our diesel generator control panel. Visually, a control panel is a set of displays that indicates the measure of various parameters like voltage, current, frequency through gauges. This control panel can also be used to synchronize two different generators, to parallel two different generators, so that the load can be shared between them. Next is fuel oil settling tank and fuel oil service tanks. Both these tanks are provided with steam coils, as you can see here. Fuel oil is first taken into the fuel oil settling tank, where it is heated so that heavy phases can be settled down at the bottom and light phase oil can be flown over the top. From fuel oil settling tank, the oil is first taken into the purifier, where it is purified, and then it is taken into the fuel oil service tank. And from fuel oil service tank, this oil is taken into the main engine of the ship. The temperature of fuel oil in the fuel oil settling tank is about 70 degrees Celsius, and the temperature of fuel oil in the fuel oil service tank is about 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. Then comes our diesel oil settling tank and diesel oil service tank. As you can clearly see here, there are no steam coils provided in both of these tanks. The reason behind this is that the diesel oil does not contain so much of heavy phase, so that the density of the diesel oil is also very less. So all the a little bit of heavy phase, the diesel oil is already a very pure oil, so there will be a very less amount of heavy phase in the diesel oil, and those little bit amount of heavy phase can also be separated due to gravity only. So there is no need of steam heating in these coils, and this oil is then taken into this diesel oil is taken into the main engine when the ship is going into the Sika areas, or during the starting of the generator and starting of the generators. And then comes diesel generator lube oil storage tank and diesel generator lube oil settling tank. It has the same purpose as of the main engine lube oil storage tank and main engine lube oil settling tank. And then this is the end of our session. Thank you very much. If you want to study this topic in detail, click down in the link in the description below. Do like and subscribe this channel, and if you have any doubts, please comment down below. Thank you very much. Thank you from the Marine Wales.